This ain't bad dirt. We've actually had a lot going on in our garden the last couple of weeks, so let's get you caught up on where we are. I think I'm going to start by emptying out these things on the deck, even though they've got violas growing in them, but we've got violas everywhere. Whose idea was it to do this right after it rained 2 inches finally? I feel like something bad's about to happen.
Why do you think I press record? Ooh.
Oh, it's very wet. That's because it finally rained after like 4 months of no rain.
I can't remember if we're in a severe drought or extreme drought. And we still need something like 10 to 12, 13 inches to get out of the drought.
This ain't bad dirt. I don't care what the internet thinks. I think I'm just going to mix this cocoa that was left over into the mixture over here too. In fact, I might as well go ahead and mix this dirt in too, since we're not planting anything in this bucket this year. Remember the old days in the 80s? You go up to the fountain drink and just mix everything together?
Yeah.
I got some black cow. I got some peat moss. I got some compost.
Oh, you're doing dirty soil.
I'm going to mix them all together. All my leftovers.
So will this make your bad dirt better dirt?
I have no idea. The evil peat moss.
I mean, they already harvested it. We might as well use it. Where are your gloves?
Gloves, what's that? Although I may need to get like my pitchfork so I can stir it up a little easier. I think that's about as mixed as it's going to get. Man, the birds are loving that rain.
They are.
They're chirp, chirp, chirping away. So yeah, I'll go ahead and put this into those first two. I may actually, now that I've kind of refreshed a little bit, just fill those two up if I got enough. The beauty of a pot is that I can always dump stuff out, mix stuff up, put stuff back in, and really control the environment much easier than in ground. I should make a video about how I turned one planter of dirt into two by adding more dirt.
You have that look.
I'm not thinking fourth dimensionally. I'm gonna buy a whole bunch of gorilla carts, drill drainage holes in the bottom of them, fill them with dirt, and just plant my garden in here.
No!
I can move them around wherever I want. When it's time to dump the dirt, I can just dump the dirt out.
No.
Okay, I guess it's time to plant. I guess you want me to waste all this good dirt on your stupid flowers, right?
Yes.
This is Cosmo. It's actually one of the, we actually really liked the Cosmo last year. So this is a Bright Lights Cosmos. I don't remember which one we did last year.
It was pink and purpley.
Cosmo seeds look a lot like,
Oh.
what do you call it?
I don't remember them looking like that. Marigolds.
Yeah, it's like marigolds. 10 inches apart, 1/4 to 1/8 deep. And I'm gonna go ahead and just do 2 per hole, you know, for germination stuff. I'm probably gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, so 5 total. These are not the ones that we just bought. This is some old ones I already had. I actually wish I could find more of these. I think we got these at like BJ's. And I don't think they sell them anymore. Other than the dirt experiment, we've also been experimenting with some different varieties of tomatoes. And by that I mean not regular tomatoes. And thank you, Chad, for turning me on to spoon tomatoes. I had to plant these this year. And not surprisingly, these seeds are microscopic. So it says 1 every 24 inches. This is chaos gardening.
You sure you want to water it with having to lift it back up on the deck?
Sort of an experiment this year. I'm going to leave these actually down here this time. I got 2 pots right here that already have Miracle-Gro in them. I might as well plant something here first.
Oh, but people said that if you plant tomatoes and stuff in Miracle-Gro, it won't grow.
Let's make the internet mad again. Okay, so I think I'm going to do the ground cherries first. Sprinkle them in and see what happens.
It's not like anything I say is going to change your mind.
It'll change my mind. I'll actually feel bad while I'm ignoring you. And both of these are things we've never done before. I've never done a ground cherry. Another one, thanks to Chad. Seeing him growing them, I had to try it. But it's a sunrise bumblebee, which is something new to me. It's all yellow and orange and red at the same time.
You better turn that over.
Yeah, remember that thing about it sticking to the glue I said in that other video?
Are we planting bean for bean, like exactly?
Yeah, pretty much wherever something didn't germinate, I'm just going to replant the same thing.
What about the ones like this derby that looks sad?
It germinated. I'm probably just going to let it go. So there's your Canter to replace the one. No, that's actually the only one that didn't on that one. Now, Nautica Dwarf, they actually all germinated. Derby, 2 are sad, 2 are missing. For all I know, a squirrel dug them up and ate them. You know, not that they didn't germinate, they just got eaten. And these are the Odeons. These are actually from last year. We didn't get a lot of beans off of them, I don't think, did we?
No. These beans on the end are actually pole beans. I don't think we knew that.
I think we knew it and forgot it because we're old people.
So does that mean we need to add something to it so that they can pole?
One way or the other, I probably need to get me some cattle panels. But I'm not going to do it today. They've got a ways to go before, and I've got other projects I need to, like I need to cut grass. I need to do a dump run like everybody else on my road is doing. I need to get my tomatoes set up. The rest of these, I've still got to put new screws in. I need to replace the strings on all of them.
Are the tomatoes where you want it?
There's where I want them to be as they're going to be. The tomatoes are actually doing very well. As sickly as those tomatoes looked, all of them are looking pretty good. Them beans looking sad. What if we executive decision those beans?
Beans are my soul food.
We can plant more later. Whoop. So I'm going to start off with beets. This is a Ruby Queen from Fairy Moss. I'm not going to chaos these.
What kind of beet is this?
Golden beets from Baker Creek.
Do they look the same?
A little bit different, but about the same.
And you did it all the way down the bed?
The entire row.
Oh, I see. You're doing that little trench.
Yeah. Fairy Morse elephant dill for some late season butterfly food. The birds are like, y'all are seriously messing up our mojo.
We'll be gone
We're
soon.
trying to feed our babies.
Why do you use this for your mulch?
Because Brian told me to. So I learned a lesson that I'd forgotten.
About?
Onions and leeks. They're biennial. Biannual, what do you want to call it? They basically have a 2-year life cycle. The first year they grow nice, glorious, luscious bulbs for eating. And the second year they flower, give seeds, and the bulbs turn inedible. And I tried cheating and basically overwintering them, but basically that cold cycle was what they needed to know that it was a new season, and thus they've all... Long story short, I'm pulling up all my onions and planting new ones.
This is the first time we've grown leeks, right?
Yes. And these are the ones I planted in the bucket. And they did nothing. It was probably my bad dirt. Yeah, like they were sad looking anyway, because by doing them at the end of the year, I got the year-end old stuff. Now, technically, this would call me the good stuff to put into a compost.
I thought that worms didn't grow in peat moss. That's what we were told.
This is actually another first for us. I tried growing onions from seeds, and I never could get them to grow. So then I bought bulbs that hadn't started yet, and I got those to grow one year. This is the first time I actually bought starts before, so we'll see how this works for us. Because gardening is always an experiment.
Do you realize you just planted for us to have 72 onions?
Oh, you're eating them too?
No.
I know, like it didn't really feel like it was that many when I was planting.
Your tomato sir looks real bad.
I'm no expert, but I'm betting it's that bad dirt.
Well, in this case, it might be because I dumped the starting soil that came with some of the other things that we bought in here. And this is like just, it's not even, there's no nutrition here. It's just that stuff that's sitting on top of the dirt. That might be today's chore, is just redo these deck pots.
Okay, looks like you got some dirt.
I took all the dirt out of the green stalk. I mean, it was good dirt. It's just that we didn't take care of it. It didn't really grow and my garlic died. But the dirt was brand new good dirt. So, I mean, I'm floofing it up, double checking it, seeing how it looks. But yeah, I'm just putting it right back in this big pot right here. And I'm going to move my tomato over here. Like, I don't know how much roots it has started to grow, you know?
Right. Maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
I brought you some wool pellets for fertilizer. Supposedly 902 is in PK.
So that's the ultimate recycling, sheep's wool. Go ahead and trim up these bottom leaves off of this thing while it's here. I'm leaving the armpit because this is a determinate tomato. Those armpits will become new limbs for more tomatoes. Beta bush, determinate.
I know you're not thinking about doing something stupid and lifting that up.
Oh, I'm thinking about it.
Okay, this is the footage for the ER.
Whew. A little heavier than I thought it was. Beauty of getting old is getting smarter.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like you go deep enough, there's real dirt in here, just not on that top part. Yeah, like I haven't dumped this thing out in years. God only knows what's at the bottom of it.
Huh, dirt?
But yeah, see how wet and compacted that is?
Yeah, it needed.
Yeah, it needed a good breakup.
That got cut.
Oh,
Wearing gloves today, huh?
it's kind of an accident. I found them with the hoary. I just threw them on. Let me guess, now's when you walk out and say, I thought you were going to clean the deck off.
No, deck looks good.
Would you like a little tour?
Sure. Why don't you stand up so that we can see everything?
Because
your
look.
Your daddy
flowers.
was not a glassmaker.
A lot of the pots that were up here, I'm moving down there. I want to get all the garden down there instead of up here. I still got some to carry down, but for now, a lot of this is cleaned off. I actually did get rid of the rose bush, dug it up and got it out of the pot. We got the sunchokes nice and mulched. The old onions and leeks have been pulled up. And in theory, maybe the very first beginnings of a compost pile so the internet will leave me alone. Start making my own. In about 10 years, I'll have enough for a pot.
Okay.
Got this nice and mulched in, fertilized this a little bit. I got the wild volunteer lion's ears dug up and set into this pot and mulched. I needed to mulch that, but I actually ran out of mulch finally on that first bag. I got to open a new bag. Mulched the lavender, completely repotted the better dirt, the tomato, and mulched it. We've got all that dirt that came out of the green stalk is kind of over here, ready to go with new stuff. Mulched in all the tomatoes, got everything watered in, and basically cleaned up.
You know what this looks like? It looks like a tripping hazard.
Well, you could trip over air. I can't get rid of the air and you'll still trip.
Sir, I'm not the only one that took a tumble.
What are you trying to say? I tripped over stuff that is where it's supposed to be because I was walking back under the hose.
He went like this.
It's like slow motion. Since the wife wouldn't quit bitching, I had to get out here and actually clean some stuff up. We got some heat and we got some rain, and the garden's like, woohoo!
Do you think we should just do another tour?
I mean, we almost could. The onions have really started to perk up, pop up, and put on some growth. And so far, I don't really see anything dying out. Something went digging in here, and I think they may have eaten one. But other than that, the lion's ear, I wasn't sure if it was going to make it, that I pulled out of the ground, is actually taking over great in this pot and doing well. And if you've been following along with our bean experiment, we've actually had some good data start to come out of this. The Miracle-Gro is actually doing the best overall. And while the germination rate was great on the cocoa, it actually kind of looks the saddest. I don't know if this might be something in the salt content, the fact that it doesn't hold moisture as well, or just it doesn't have as much nutrition.
Even looking at it on its own, it looks terrible, but when you bump up and you look at the one in the Miracle-Gro, you're like, whoa.
And while the overwatering, super saturated soil caused ours to have some stunting in the beginning and low germination rates, ours has actually started to pick up and get better in the growth and has actually surpassed the cocoa. All of our tomatoes are doing great. None of them died. 2 of them kind of got damaged in the wind and rain a little bit recently because I need to start staking things up already, and I haven't done that yet. Yeah, the tomato that we were kind of most worried about is actually picking up pretty good now that we got it this fresh dirt. Leaves are greening up. We actually planted a whole bunch of different planters, both on and off camera, and a lot of those have started to pop through. And in fact, everything has started to pop through the mulch with the exception of 2 of them.
And what 2 are those?
I believe that was the ground cherries and one of the cosmos. Those have not popped through yet.
Bad dirt.
Finally went ahead and got our beans staked up so that the bush beans that we did have will have something to climb onto.
The bush beans?
Pole beans, you happy?
Well, you know, because people in the comments are being like, those aren't bush beans.
The pole beans are now staked up, the 3 that we had. But yeah, everything in the beds themselves has really been starting to take off. The carrots started to take off. Assuming Mr. Woodchuck can't find his way in here, I should finally get me some broccoli this year.
They may not know about Mr. Woodchuck.
I spoke the name of the woodchuck. I haven't seen Woody in a while.
Oh, yeah, we have. He was like walking like...
You know, I could probably...
What in the tarnation is that?
Oh, that's a bad one.
And what would Chad say to do?
Get rid of it by any means necessary.
Did you take care of the pest, though?
Yeah, proof. Yeah, some things didn't germinate, and I planted more seeds, and it seems like hardly any of those are germinating either. So I don't know if it is just some of the seeds are bad. Is there something in the... I'm not really sure what's going on with it.
Could just be bad dirt.
It might be my bad dirt. Who knows?
But the rest of them look fantastic.
Looking great. Technically, the salad bowl never germinated, so I went up planting some bib in here. And so far, my 2 dadles haven't grown, including the replacement seeds I put in.
It's probably your bad dirt.
Yeah, but everything else is looking good. In fact, I probably need to start getting me some lettuces pulled and make me a salad. One funny thing is that all the onions and leeks that I pulled up, I threw them in that bucket for a compost, but then I just sort of splashed water on it every so often, and then when it rained a little bit. And so far, they haven't completely died and have actually started flowering, so I'm kind of leaving them for the pollinators to enjoy. What's going to be fun is if I can actually wind up getting some seeds out of this. But check out this video over here if you want to see how all this started and how I made the internet angry. So I'm about to go back in the house. We are done today. So you ain't got nothing else to do. Go watch those.
Even if you do have something else to do, watch them anyway.
Yeah.